Well, the market was doing very well even before this. I mean, profit margins were rising rapidly. Third quarter earnings season was even better than the US's third quarter earnings season in terms of calendar year increases in EPS forecasts. So things were going very well here. People were a little bit concerned maybe about the LDP with Suga, especially on the market side, but it does seem that with the announcement that Suga will step down, that the market thinks that the LDP will do even better in the upcoming election, and that they'll be able to manage the economy very effectively going forward.
And what would that look like? What would an effective plan to manage the economy look like at this stage when it's still grappling with a severe COVID outbreak?
Well, I think fiscal stimulus is pretty much guaranteed. They were going to do it anyway, and it might be bigger than expected. How much of that is considered to be real money versus just sort of promised money remains to be seen. But for the most part, I think they will continue, any of these candidates will continue the effort to reform the economy by digitalization and modernization of the economy. So LDP tends to be a pretty steady hand. And so foreigners are not perhaps expecting too much change, but perhaps change marginally for the better.
Okay, and you're also saying that if somebody's looking at relative pricing and attractiveness across markets, you're saying look at the topics, because from a valuation standpoint, it's trading at a discount to Europe and the US, and from an earnings standpoint as well, things are picking up.
Yes, valuations have been very low in Japan. Even though the market has risen, the valuation hasn't, because earnings this in the last month or so have been very, very strong. So the S&P is at 22 times this year's calendar year earnings, and Topics is at 15. So Japan is very inexpensive on that basis. It's even much lower than Europe's, and yet its earnings are growing just as fast, if not faster, than the rest of the world.